Watson on first down. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Chris Jones in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Out of the gun, Watson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Down! Black 22! Black 22!
A shotgun snap for Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense.
He's not that kind of receiver. He's not a possession guy. You gotta hit him.
As much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
You got hit right there. That's a hard play to make. Oh, God. Come on. You would have caught it, though. He's really good.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Under pressure, and
I like that.
Go down. Sacked back at the 46. Bernardrick McKinney coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And that'll set them back 5. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Watson. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, it's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return will stop right around the 25.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Dunn, never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They go play fake. Mahomes steps away. And this is going to be incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Flush to his right. Looking deep for Demarius. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Thomas, the intended target.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Flushed out right. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to...
There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Demetrius Harris, 43 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
I gambled and didn't pay off.
Butker now to kick this one away.
I did it all out blitz.
That's fielded in the end zone. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Watson going to give this one to Miller across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down. And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's actually no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Was trying to extend the life of that play, wasn't he? Got out of the pocket, ended up scrambling off to his left, trying to find anyone open downfield to try and make a big-time play.
Thought he had an opening there for a second, but that window closed pretty quickly. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throw left side complete to QT. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. To the air yet again. Watson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Houston. Demaryius Thomas, 33 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
How do you like that?
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this is now a 1-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play.
That guy.
But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Chiefs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Good D.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And here comes the Texans now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chris Jones in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Watson now to throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Come back, come back.
From the gun, here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hopkins. He is putting on a show in this second quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a first down. Watson now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. From the gun, Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
This one's going to hurt you.
Now Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to look deep down the field.
Oh, man.
And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And this one complete to Will Fuller. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson looking long for Thomas. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, it's Watson. Being chased out left. And he finds his man Griffin. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Richmond. Tiger.
Oh, good move. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Come on.
Out of the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. That's taken on the 25. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Come back.
To throw on second is Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Richmond.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. Watson on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Back to throw, Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. The Texans on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Watson, operating from the gun. Going deep for Hopkins. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete.
Yeah.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10
That was
at the
devastating.
33-yard line.
I thought I kicked a good field goal.
They begin the drive with Williams.
Dude, that defense has been playing so fucking good.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up.
There you go.
Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit. Try it that way.
Play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he spins through. Nifty footwork at the 45. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 43 yards. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
As a fan,
that's big time.
Prettier than a well-executed post
That won't hurt.
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A run by Foreman to start the drive. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Green the line! Green the line!
Again, it's Foreman. And an alley to run. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson hands this to Foreman. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Miller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now Foreman. Whoosh. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll run with Foreman. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Back now in Houston.
I'm not getting
It's been a
lucky.
very
I'm
hotly
fucking
contested game at this point. Just a field
Alabama
goal
roll
separating these
tide
two
over you
teams
right now.
as we get set for the 4th
Like,
quarter.
my run schemes are great. You're gonna look back on this film and watch it and be in amazement of how well how good of a job I do at running the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size,
Touchdown.
this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking of it.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson.
That is how it's done, my friend.
Touchdown of the
Not one pass.
And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer.
What do you have to say about that drive right there?
And teammates insane.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He is going to find Hill here. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 25-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him.
Into double coverage, and it's
my God.
Picked off at the 12, and a big turnover there as his guys
my
get
God,
the
that was the
football
best
back.
interception I've ever seen
Well, I don't
in this
think we'll have to
game.
look very hard to find our play of
Did
the
you
game.
see that,
That was an
Hunter?
absolutely monstrous big play right there.
Oh my God.
Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone.
Dude, I'm so
driving
glad
for
that's
the
on
winning
YouTube
score.
page.
And he says,
Forever we
not
will
on my
remember
watch.
that.
And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They begin with a run by Miller. Room to run inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, real condition, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They go play action here on first down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it. Could not hold on through the end of the play. Here's a give to Miller. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Hey, I have one word for you. Dagger.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Come back, come back.
From the gun, here's Watson. Caught here by Griffin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Watson now going to run the option right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7th. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green, 90.
Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. How about the call to come with a blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
He'll look to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play, and even 40 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's
Let's go. That's a big time sack. Welcome to fucking Houston. Okay?
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Back to throw. And a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Let's go.
Picked off by Andre Howe. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
That's big time, buddy.
first down carry now for Miller. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball top 3. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Good game.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protect.